Hi, I'm Patrick, and I'm online. Okay, so lately, I've been thinking about how dating while being gay is kind of the worst. I mean, sure, okay, dating is terrible for pretty much everyone, let's be honest. But dating in the LGBT community can kind of feel like you're getting the shortest end of the love stick. You know, it's funny. A love stick sounds like something you'd buy if you were single, actually, so. Okay, but let's look at the facts. First of all, LGBT spaces aren't really for everyone. Now, I live in Los Angeles. There's a lot of LGBT sort of designated and friendly spaces that actually already exist. There's tons of them. But the thing is, a lot of them are really like clubs or bars. Now, I don't drink. It's not for me. I don't do it, so that's already kind of like a I don't know. But then you add in the factor that they're just so loud. Oh, God, you can't hear anything. You can't hear a thing. I don't even know how you're supposed to talk. You're supposed to say, oh, hey, I just want to have a nice little conversation, a little intimate, conversation. We can talk about your family and where you're from. But no, I can't hear anything because there's two men dry humping next to me. And speaking of dry humping, those two men are actually dancing. And that is an issue. Listen, not everyone is into dancing. I myself am a fantastic dancer.
Hey, where my bays at? Where my bays at?
But not everyone can dance, okay? And so when you put them in that space, it can make them feel really uncomfortable in a situation when they're already feeling uncomfortable. Everyone feels vulnerable when they're out and trying to find a man. Hey, if you're not gonna go out to the club or the bar or the whatever, and by the way, I'm not joining an LGBT tennis league. That's not happening. Tennis is terrible. So if you're not gonna go out there in the world to find some love, what are you gonna do? You're gonna try an app. Now this can be tricky because honestly, the only apps I've ever found love in are appetizers. But in reality, dating apps can be kind of tricky. I don't think that they're the greatest. I've always found that it's kind of like really, really boring or really, really disgusting. It's either you're having like the dullest conversation about like, hey, how are you? Good, you? I'm good. Wow, I can't wait to marry you and father your children. Or it's like really over-the-top sexual nonsense. Oh, look, this guy seems nice. Let's see. Oh, he sent me a message. Let's see what he said. I can't wait to until you cry so hard that you stupid orca whale. And the trouble with this is that it can be tricky no matter where you live. See, I've lived in both a small town and a big town, and I thought it was just as terrible in both. The thing about a small town is that you can feel very isolated. You feel like you are the only gay in this big sea of straight people. Until finally, you see one, another gay, over there, crossing your path like a wild Pikachu. And all of a sudden, you just have to pick up your ball right there and throw it at them and this metaphor got a little mixed. We got a little lost there, I think. But the thing is that you feel like you're all alone, so maybe this is your only option coming towards you. And even though this guy you have nothing in common with, and, he has 3 toes and smells like pickle juice, you think, oh, I can make this work. This'll be great. It's not gonna be great. So then on the contrary, you think, oh, living in a big town is gonna be amazing. There are just gays everywhere. You can just get them at your local CVS or at a vending machine. That is true in Los Angeles, actually. You can get a gay in a vending machine. But the thing about living in a big town with all of these gays is that generally, you find out that maybe the town isn't so big after all. OMG, Robert is your ex? Robert is my ex. Yeah, no, we met through Steve's cat's gynecologist. Yeah, no, we almost got gay married, but then I met this guy Salvatore and... No way, you know Salvatore too? Oh my God, you were at that orgy? What? I don't know, it just feels like a big mess to me, at least. I don't know, maybe some people don't care about this, that everyone seems to kind of know each other and have a thing or whatever, but it can just get so dramatic. I just can't do it. But Truthfully, the biggest thing in the end is that most people aren't really honest about what they want, or they don't even know what they want. Because of these things, they try to act a certain way and they try to talk to a certain type of person and they blah, 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 and it ends up being a wreck. Sometimes all you want is someone that you can just sit at home with and relax and watch Netflix and eat food. And, sometimes you'll just laugh at the stupidest stuff, but then sometimes you'll talk about like your hopes and dreams and what's important to you. And because of that, you'll start supporting each other and helping each other grow as people. Sounds amazing. Wow. Wish I could find that. But if you're looking for someone like that and you end up with someone who would rather just go out and party, or someone who thinks that vodka is a food group, which if you're in Russia, it is a food group legally. I think Vladimir Putin declared that in Russia it is. But that's the thing. You need to find someone who you actually connect with and mesh with. And that is really, really difficult. That's so difficult because honestly, love is difficult. Love is strange and weird and it's tough and it's never perfect. But there is a chance that you meet someone and you think, okay, this might have some flaws, this might be a little tricky, but I don't know. All of a sudden, everything seems kind of cool, and I think I would share half my pizza with this person. Maybe that's good enough. Love can happen at any minute, so keep an open mind, an open heart, and most importantly, keep an open jar of Nutella because that shit is addicting. So what about you? What struggles have you had with love? Let me know in the comments down below or send me a tweet at PatrickIsOnline. Otherwise, give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe because we're best friends and best friends subscribe to each other on YouTube. So I'll see you guys next week.